Drakkenheim has fallen. The once shining capital of Westemar was devastated by unholy fire from the stars and the cries of Daisy. 15 years later, adventurers, soldiers, priests, and cutthroats swarm the city, seeking riches, renown, and revelation within the ruin. But nightmares and death prey upon those very souls from within the shadows over Westemar. Welcome to Shadows over Westemar. This is an unofficial live play based on the world of Drakkenheim by the Dungeon Dudes using the D&D 5e system. I am Ziggy, your showrunner, and I'm pleased to be here with Alhana, Gaius, motherfucker. No, my OBS fucking updated. Audio. Apply. Apply. Mic test, Moose.
YOLO.
That one. Okay,
YOLO.
Alhana.
Well, I'm Alhana for the second time, although you didn't know it the first time, and I'll be playing the lovable Chaos Goblin, Spruck.
Blame my drivers. Those fuckers finally updated for the first time in like 3 months. Gaius.
Gaius, I am the German-sounding alienist who decided to choose violence for everyone.
Moose.
First of all, guys, way to represent. My name is Moose. I will be playing the human reborn dual monk cleric named Hunter's Moon.
And Ozma.
Hi, I'm Asma. I will be playing Anna Kostroma.
1 second, guys.
Laneshi Bloodhunter, still in the denial stage of abandonment from family. Family.
What family? What family?
Unfortunately, Timmy is still battling the ancient demon known as work scheduling. But he is working pretty fucking hard to get back to us.
It's hard to break out of the purgatory known as Wally World.
I mean, depending on which department he's gonna be in.
Electronics.
Alright, so he might actually be able to get Fridays and Sundays off.
Potentially.
Especially, I mean, given where he is, on Sundays shouldn't be too hard considering how late in the day that is.
I mean, he's still. I talked to him the other day. He still says that they're like very keen on still switching him around. So, I mean, he's trying.
Hey, at least we have him for one game a week.
Yeah.
I will accept that for now. And Timmy, bro, if you're watching this, you're not getting kicked from the game. Until we get actual confirmation that you're kind of fucked by Walmart, you're still in the game, dude. Don't worry. And
We're just gonna make fun of the fact that Anna is now currently alone. The single fish stick.
And
Hey,
Moose is
fine.
gonna do his damnedest to remind me to actually public the video. Otherwise, I'm gonna buy him a game.
Okay. First off, that wasn't my fault. I was expecting the actual person behind the channel to actually be able to upload his own shit.
Hey! You're the producer. You're supposed to remind me of things.
Producer? Since when?
Since now, fuck you.
I went from channel artist to producer. Shit. Wait, does that mean I get a pay increase?
You're right. You get more games.
Oh, god damn it. I was joking.
You
I
walked
was-
right into that fucking thing like a telephone pole.
Well, the joke is that I'm not getting paid.
You also get paid in pictures of Daisy.
That is the highest form of currency that exists.
And anyone who's watching can easily get access to their own Daisy emotes just by subscribing.
Spam
We
them,
have some
spam
wonderful
them in
ones.
chat.
And I'm actually in the midst of getting an emote of the puppies.
Gotta love that mod view.
And just a reminder for anyone watching, Zig is just one sub away from their sub goal. So feel
Yeah.
free to subscribe.
Yeah.
It's just $5 a month. Or free with Twitch Prime.
Wait. There's no fucking way. Oh, fuck, I am at 4 subscribers. What the fuck?
Remember, you got to sub if you want to see more goofy shit like this. You want to see Zig insult me more? Sub.
That's
Yeah,
unironically
you need to
a
sub
fucking...
to help Zig have the money to purchase Moose a bunch of games.
No. I'm not even talking about that. You just want to see more streams where I just get roasted publicly on the internet? Do it. Sub. Do it. Send that shit.
Come here. Hey,
I know you like the content.
out. I cannot take you out right now. I can give you love. Come here. Come here. No, she wants outside. God damn it. Okay. I owe you a backward for this.
Do.
Do-do-do.
I have to pop into that other tab real quick.
What the fuck? I have a power cord wrapped around my foot. Okay.
Skill issue.
Oh. So, last session, the party made a little bit of an investigation, and sorry if I sound a little sick. I am still recovering from a mild sinus infection. It's nothing major, it's just gonna affect how I talk. Like, that and maybe some sneezing. The fucking sneezing at work is horrible.
Got all that dust in there, fuck.
I actually think it's just because Ohio's gone from fucking 42 to 80 degrees 3 times in the last 2 weeks.
It's been really wild out here.
But I say there's nothing gonna happen and I immediately cough. What the fuck? It's the curse of Daisy for not giving her belly rubs.
All right, so let's say we give it 30 minutes. Our DM won't have any lungs left to hack up.
No, that's Mully if he gets into a fucking voice chat with all of us. But last session, we, the party did a little bit of investigation on the reports of both the creatures that have killed someone in Emberwood and have investigated a lead into the hunter in the city named Atarka, a follower of the old god Cromac, who had mentioned not only that he knew Hunter's Moon, but also a chosen of Cromac, which, at least from how Sprock would know, has not happened in some time.
Mhm.
After which point he decided to call me a coward and pathetic, in which point my ego decided to say, hey, let's have a dick measuring contest.
Considering this guy's at least a good foot taller than you.
Perfect. He's dick punching height.
You don't know how lizards work, do you? And we're gonna leave Moose on that
Regardless.
confusing note.
Still getting punched. Gojira looking ass.
So, I do not know if the party had discussed where they were going to go from this point. Oh, another thing to mention is that the party did discover that the Rat Prince may have been captured by Atarka as well.
Yeah, we didn't really see what became of that. He just kind of took off.
I mean, you kind of let him... Well, you kind of had to let him walk, otherwise everyone was kind of worried that there was going to be a fight.
Oh, yeah, I was going to punch him square in the teeth. No, but he just kind of took off, and we were just kind of to assume that he went back for the Rat Prince.
Well, I mean, yes and no. Like, we didn't really have a plan. Like, we were just kind of like, this is where we are.
Yeah,
We're just gonna start a fight with somebody because ego. And the alienist is just sitting here going, oh, these people are fascinating. Yeah. I shall now
Person.
create nuts.
I just
Well,
want to point out that I did pose you eating popcorn in the thumbnail.
Yeah, absolutely. I should know. Let me open up Twitch. I want to see that thumbnail now.
No, that's on YouTube.
On YouTube.
You could actually
I'll,
find it by looking at my profile on Discord. It's all linked.
Yeah.
I like making
The
it
whole-
easy.
Anyway, so I would assume that we'd be making our way back to Emberwood, searching for dilithium as we go, and making
Delirium. Delirium.
Star Trek.
I will get that. I will bloody get that right.
Fucking Trekkies.
That's twice now. Actually, thrice.
I assume our plan was to make our way back to Emberwood.
That was Ohana. Your alert just.
delirium.
Ohana, your alert just went off for me.
Bloody hell.
That was 11 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Like I said, we're professionals.
No, that
Straight
is
up, like-
legitimately a fucking issue on Twitch's end.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, as I was saying, make way back to Emberwood, picking up delirium as we go, and making stop off at St. Brenner's Church down here, which is on our way, for some extra holy water.
Yeah,
Oh, yes,
I'm,
we did need holy water.
Yeah, Tarka mentioned it.
What was the other thing? If I remember correctly,
Holy water mixed with silver.
Mhm.
yes. And but there was one more other thing.
I mean, really, what we did last time was we failed
spent a
to
lot
save
of time.
Derek, and then we went on a delirium hunt. Me and
To be
Sprock
fair
turned
to
insane.
Derek, it wasn't our fault.
Well, no, that was the tree that caught him. But no, me and Sprock went insane from looking at alternate timelines, and then we found Atarka.
They literally got
And
fucking. They literally got Web of Shadowed.
Yeah, pretty much. Hunter's Moon
Yep.
managed to get a cracked amount of foresight and realizes that Sprock's secret identity is in fact Ohana.
I appreciated that because as Gerhard the alienist is just like, you are not very smart people. But it would be fascinating to hang around with you.
Yeah, I know a secondary goal was to attempt to find any sort of pretty much anywhere that would have books to try to research these creatures. Since
Yes,
it
that was
seems that the Silver Order
And
was
if-
not too much help.
And if I can
Yeah.
pick up a guidance cantrip along the way somewhere, that would be fan-fucking-tastic.
You're a cleric.
I
Just-
know. I have to wait to level. I'm just bummed.
Shouldn't
We
have
talked
to.
about it. No, we talked about this. Apparently, I have to take another level in order to change my cantrips.
Hmm. Right,
So,
it's your
yeah,
fucking leveled spells. Get fucked.
Yes, because I had asked to find information about the shadow creatures. Because when I did the autopsy on the dead person at the orders outbuilding,
Mhm.
and What did I meet you guys? I'm sorry, my brain.
You met at Emberwood.
Yeah.
Emberwood.
He was chilling
If
with
the
River.
outbuilding- Well, I had time. But anyway, did the autopsy at Emberwood, respectfully, of course.
Yeah, you asked about libraries, of which the closest one is the Inscrutable Tower inside the city, which is currently still standing, but in 2 pieces. And yeah,
Well, yeah, but I mean,
Now,
Mageborn, I would have some connections to the academy.
We
All
do
right,
need
so
to
here's
lightly discuss some of your backstory on which mage tower you actually learned in.
so he works with the towers. He works for one of their research facilities outside. I'm trying to which tower? Let me pull up the gazetteer. I had.
There's a daisy god at my feet. Hello, baby. Hello. Cute. Moose would melt looking with her looking at him with those big ol' eyes.
the goddess.
Yes.
Dogs are my weakness. True.
I'm gonna throw one of the puppies to you.
Please don't do that. I would be a terrible owner at the moment.
I want to say I had looked at the Enigma Ziggurat.
Ah, yeah, Libero.
Yeah, that
Mm.
one. As far as the secluded schools, it made sense just for being an alienist and everything. And also just like so. Anyway, so the point being, like, works for that. But it has some ties to the Inscrutable Tower by working with one of their research foundations, basically. The point more being like has ties in that sense, but hasn't attempted to use them because he's a librarian.
Oh.
Librarian?
A librarian?
I mean, yes, but also I'm not sure. Like,
the actual term would be one of the free folk because the title of the city is the Free City of Libero. They are a city, technically a small kingdom, who exists outside of the ranks of Caspia, Westemar, and Illyria.
All right, so he's a free citian. He's from the Free Cities. We'll just call that as the reason for his strange accent.
An actual city boy.
Well, from let's see.
I
Daisy's
don't know.
happy.
I was taught by Miss Penumbra. I don't know. I don't have a location listed, but I have a teacher.
Number I believe, in the Isle of Skye. I'll have to look it up.
Yeah.
I have all that. I have access to all that. It's just I don't have quite all the information I need. Like in front of me. Blaming Moose.
Of course.
I mean, there's a daisy on my arm. Who else would I blame?
Molly!
Why?
That's not how that works.
So
Because
what are
Molly
we
is
trying to
not
figure
in
out?
chat to defend herself. So, fuck that.
Okay. Back to game.
So what
We
are
are
we trying
easily
to figure out?
distracted.
Anyway,
Trying to figure out where a good source of information would be without having to get inside of the walls.
Ah,
Because Sprock says it's a bad
Mm.
idea to try to get inside of the walls at this moment.
Well,
All right, I'm blaming Sprock then if we can't find the information that I need or that I want specifically. uh,
She is asleep in my arms.
can I make a history check to see what my character knows
Yeah.
about where I might be able to get information?
can I
I
make?
don't think-
I'll make that check too.
I don't think Sprock
wow.
would really be keeping track of where bookstores are.
Unfortunately, I have disadvantage, so that's a 0.
Damn.
ouch.
I'm still
Ain't got no-
exhausted. I haven't had a chance to sleep yet.
Yeah.
Hunter's
To get
Moon
the
is still,
final disadvantage thing.
Hunter's Moon is still kind of fuming from Atarka right now. He's wanting to punch things.
Oh, isn't Hunter Moon still disadvantage as well?
No, that was that was until the end of the last session.
Oh, that's okay. Gotcha.
So, not being not would an investigation check make more sense for my character?
Probably.
I will roll investigate.
Hot damn.
Plus
I
7,
should also
baby.
mention my character is an idiot, technically.
Fucking double 19s.
That's just aesthetically pleasing to look at right there.
It really
Yeah,
is.
it is.
I legitimately have a plus 7 to my intelligence,
I see that.
to my investigation, to any intelligence based skill.
Alright, so you would know that Drakkenheim itself was with it being the capital of Westemar, you would know that it would be very, very high in trade, and you would also gather that, at least knowing how the city is laid out from studying the map before you went into the city, most of the odds and ends stores are closer to the river so they could easily load and offload materials.
Okay. So right around Styx Ferry.
Yeah.
All right, that makes.
You know, where Hunter's Moon lost a fight to a bunch of stairs.
You're gonna remind me of that. You're gonna remind me about that every session.
Yes.
I wouldn't know about the stair fight, but all
Oh
right,
yeah, oh yeah.
I'll-
I'll send you a clip. Don't worry about it.
They tried to eat him.
So with the information that I have, also knowing, like looking at my map, I can also see like there's a monastery nearby. Would I? All right. So here's my thought. I'm just gonna throw this out here.
Mhm.
So my new friends, I am not as familiar with this city, perhaps as you are. But I do know that there is that the odds and end stores are near Styx Ferry, and perhaps yes, maybe we cross the outer wall and go to. And he points at on our screen. It'll be listed as number 13. Saint Selena's monastery. What is this? What is this monastery here? You know, what is this one?
I know.
Okay.
But the question is,
Well-
would Sprock have dealt with them at this point?
But that's why he's got his map out. So
Yeah.
like he's actively Gerard is pointing actively at his map and I would like to go to Styx Valley to find information. And this looks like monastery on map. What is this? Is this possibly a good place to go?
Yeah. Why wouldn't it be?
So,
Mahada.
Mhm.
Ahana, you there?
I heard
Yeah,
Ohana.
Okay, it's just really garbled on my end. Anyway,
yeah, why wouldn't it be?
well, you said not to cross into the city, so
Don't have to cross into city to go to Styx Ferry.
yes, but I'm asking about the monastery. I mean, Styx Ferry, yeah, that is good, yeah, but what if we cannot find something at Styx Ferry for all that ends? What about this monastery here? We are looking for books, yeah?
Yeah, trying to find the monastery on the map.
It's right here.
13.
13.
Right at the base of the river on the south end.
Okay, so I have a quick question. Because Hunter's Moon is from Westemar, even though he doesn't remember much, could he recall bits of information about this monastery?
Maybe information before the meteor, but not quite the events thereafter.
Okay. I mean, I only ask because like he is from here, but he's lost so much of his memory that it's always worth asking. It's like, well, what does he not remember?
Yeah, I mean, like, if you wants to know who Saint Selena is, that's one thing. But as to what would be inside of there might be a bit of a mystery. You definitely would have to roll for that.
Yeah, no, I want to see if he can recall any information about the monastery before he died.
All right. God damn it! Fucking. I'm still waiting for them to update the PDF so I can just finish that shit. But whatever. Yeah, you can roll to see what you know.
What would it be? History, religion?
What do you feel is more appropriate for those two? Like, what are you looking for?
I would feel because you're just generally asking about what is inside this monastery, right? Gerhardt or Gerharn?
More, I'm asking if it's a okay. So, all right. So we're going to Styx Ferry, odds and
Mhm.
ends, books, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
With the assumption that if we can't find something there, the question is, well, there's the nearby monastery. Would there be an option to go for the information that we're seeking?
Okay, so
Or at least like religious texts, would they possibly know?
I feel like I would know something about that. Yeah, I'll make a religion check here.
Yeah. Because I do know what to do
Ooh.
if you end up there. Don't worry.
217s in a row. That's just a lot of.
We rolling good here.
All right.
This is pleasing to look at.
I might have to close that door. You would know that the monastery itself was very much a place of refuge and recovery. It is a place of refuge and recovery for those who were traveling into Drakkenheim before the meteor fell. And as time went on, it became a very common place for those who are making the pilgrimage of the Sacred Flame to actually stop there, stay a night, and then move on to the next chapel. This place was very well stocked in means of religious texts and it was very well stocked in means of religious texts, as well as the memoirs and kind of like the legends of the clergy itself.
Okay, so Hunter's Moon will turn his head to. I'm sorry, I'm still getting used to your name. Is it Gerharn or Galeharn?
Gerhardt.
Gerharn. Okay, my memory sucks. I apologize.
It's German.
G-E-R. Yeah, Gerhard.
Gerharn. Okay. He turns his head towards Gerharn
Close
and he
enough.
says, "Sorry, I'm still meh."
It's fine.
He turns his head and he says, "Well, this is probably our closest and best bet to find texts of old lore and legend. It used to be a place of refuge before the meteor fell. In fact, I'm pretty sure that I may have stayed there once or twice in my life. It's a quick pop in and out kind of place, and generally there's a lot of information to be had there."
Okay. Yeah. So just I don't wish to push my passion or wants onto this to this little group. I'm just trying to think out loud, given what happened to your former friend in Emberfoot. Perhaps if we don't find something in Styx Ferry, uh, to look there. That is my thought. Yeah.
I don't see the harm in it. At this point, any information that we get on the creature that attacked us is worth having.
It seems to make sense.
I would say that around this time, Sprock would chime in just with the two key threats of getting there. With the first one being the most direct route leading through Temple's Gate, and the second most direct route of Champion's Way being very close to the crater.
And there is a possible third way. See if Stick will. I presume the ferry can only go across. It
In all of Sprock's time, he has only seen Stick go across the river, never up or down.
because I'm assuming it's the sort of tethered ferry where you got the rope going across and.
Oh no, it's not tethered at all. I'm definitely gonna have to close that door. I'm not yelling
I was just
while I'm.
I was just going.
I don't know,
Just going.
but I'm not
I
dealing with
may,
people yelling.
if I
Was
may ask,
just going
what
by
is
what was
wrong
on
with
the map. So to
what
finish
is wrong
my
with Temple's Gate? I mean, other than it is a gate into the city, but I mean, I am sorry.
temple.
I am from the free city. I am not from here. I apologize.
Last time I was passing by it was under control of Gamia.
So bad experience. Okay. Huh. Right.
And as I was saying, third possible option, we can see if Stick would take us upriver. That would get through walls without going through a gate. It's a long shot, but don't ask, don't get.
It's the best option we have, considering that if that doesn't work, we'd have to either find a way around Temple Gate, which in itself takes a while,
Or Champion's Gate,
or Champion's Gate.
which is right deep in the haze.
Yeah, I say we go see Stick.
You are some more knowledgeable. Let us look. In the meantime, I have to go look through my. I have 3 esoteric theories that I have. Haha. That one.
Legitimately trying to find the screen grab that I have of Vix Fairy, and I'm finding all the other shit I made, like that kobold. Oh look, it's Stray. Why are people slamming their fucking doors now?
Okay.
Okay. So, you would be able to make your way down there, but I am going to need some D6s, and I'm sorry for sounding pissy. I just don't know why the fuck everyone in my house is so pissed off today.
Who knows?
Hang on. Esoteric theory.
So,
Two
D6
sixes,
is...
a 3, and
Six. Ta-da.
a 3. Two threes, 2 6s.
Alright, so... let's do something fun.
Oh no.
Alright, this is what I'm gonna do. This is the thing I'm gonna do. D20, so 12. So... I'm gonna have to clean everything off. I'm getting cluttered again. God damn you, raising puppies!
Damn you, Kakarot!
Alright, so you make your way down towards, Six's Ferry, and you come across what looks like a, looks like one of the one of the blocks in the city is bathed in eldritch fire. But nothing seems to be burning down.
I'm a little curious at what's going on here. I'm not gonna lie.
I would like to roll Arcana.
Alrighty.
Better you than me.
I would also like to roll on a
Apparently not. Apparently not.
Yeah, apparently.
Alright. So let me finish this session. I will give you belly rubs again. Alright, so Hunter's Moon goes to inspect it, holds his hand out to it, and notices that there's heat coming from it, but it almost feels as if there's no heat.
Meaning what?
You're not sure.
I'm
So I
guessing
can-
Anna doesn't get any better information.
Anna puts her hand up to the fire and extends her senses a little bit towards it, getting familiar with how magic flows, especially through magical fire. And it seems that this fire is stuck between multiple realms of existence.
It doesn't seem it's between worlds.
Come again?
Like different existences.
Don't want to go through that again. Being teleported around is enough for one day.
I think I've spent plenty of time outside of my own body to last multiple lifetimes.
Like
So let me understand. You are
like
saying
if
that it
if
is
the fire happened but didn't happen.
I mean, I don't feel any heat coming from it.
Sprout, give me a perception check.
Damn it.
15.
Alright. You notice that there is a ratling positioning itself on top of the roof, and no sooner are you ready to point it out and grab a weapon, does the flame reach out and drag this rat into itself.
Oh yeah, we need we need some more of this.
I would back up if I was Joe.
I'm
I'd back up.
I'm just gonna take a step back. I'm just gonna smooth right out.
Oh no, don't worry. It's just something that technically has a name within the system. Moose, you could just ignore that when you watch the stream again later.
Sure I can.
That's it. That's not how this
Cheek.
works.
Cheeky fuck.
But as you all take a step back, you see this flame lashing out as the rat's trying to claw its way out, and it's grabbing its arms and legs and tail and keeps dragging it back into the fire as the flesh and fur of the rat burns into ashes. It is not quick, not pretty, and definitely not quiet.
Hunter's Moon just takes a little whiff of the air and just says, "That's weird. I could have sworn that I could have smelled Bastille around here."
I don't know. It definitely seems that that flame is living.
I think it's
Favor
best
of finding
if
a
I just
different
leave
route
it alone.
around at the moment. I'm not sure what that is, but I don't know if I have a spell for it.
Just out of I was gonna say just out of I was just gonna say out of curiosity, what would I have to roll in order to determine what the origin of this flame would be?
Arcana.
Kana?
You know what? I'm gonna go for that too. 8.
God damn.
Disadvantage, so I don't know.
Bless you. Alright.
18 or 19.
Just gonna say potentially could I do something about it?
Alright, so Hunter's Moon would recognize that this fire is very reminiscent of a flame elemental. But it's almost as if it's lost its form. Not just lost its form, but it feels as if it's lost what used to make it an elemental and is now just a flame that's itself trying to keep itself alive, but it doesn't exist in this world for it to burn anything.
Okay, so after studying this thing, I kind of make a note and tell the party that, well, now that I look at it a little bit closer, I can kind of see that it resembles a flame elemental that's lost whatever magic that kept its form together. I'm going to take a wild guess and assume that the delirium, the haze, or the meteor, or a combination of the three, caused this thing to shift in between realms.
Well, seeing as all three have the same source, yeah.
Meanwhile, this whole time,
How
you
about-
just see Eriko's trying to get a small vial of the flame.
How about we
Erikos, what are you doing?
I mean,
Up and down.
honestly, that's also like there's Gerhardt, like you can see Gerhardt like physically like trying not to follow Ericos as well as like with like pulling open his apothecary bag. Like, could we move, please?
Hunter's Moon
Please,
just kind
I
of.
am trying very hard not to follow suit.
I will pull Gerhardt away out of visual of the flames.
Hunter's Moon just grabs Ericos by back behind the shoulder and just goes, "I don't think that's a good idea, buddy."
As you're dragging Ericos, he kind of like reaches out and just grabs a 2x4.
Hunter's Moon takes a look at him and just kind of like puts one of his arms up and says, "Don't do it."
What are you talking about?
Frost starts chilling over one of Gerhardt's hands. It's like, maybe if I hit right around the edge, yes? Grab the ray of frost spell.
Gerhardt? No.
But look, I made the suggestion if we leave earlier, we wouldn't have to deal with this. Could we go now? Look, giant wall of flame.
Yeah,
Flame elemental. Yes, problem. Can we go?
And with that, yeah,
Obviously, Patriots is going to do something stupid. Can I not be part of this either?
and with that, Hunter's Moon just shoves Ericos and says, "All right, now let's get moving, Tweedledee and Tweedle dumbass."
You know what? Fair. Only in this case where I allow you to call me that.
I
Next
was-
time, however,
Tweedle dumbass is Ericos.
I still don't agree with being called Tweedledee.
Don't worry, I have a lot of names for you that you probably won't like.
You know, I do have a very wonderful little potion in my pack. Maybe next time.
Well, apparently you can't dish it out as well as you can't take it.
I prefer more physical, attempts at humor.
Hunter's Moon just kind of smirks underneath his mask and just cockily looks at you and just says, "Is that right?" Noted.
Hunter's
Yeah,
Moon
so the fun
is
thing
good
with
at the sticky notes.
Yeah, I still got some sticky notes.
So with
No clue where they
with
came from.
the expertise thing one of the functions in here because of the
Esoteric.
the tools that I can use.
Sorry, I just saw chat out in Roll20.
Yeah, well, no, it's the tools that it's the tools that I can use. Calligrapher's tool set and apothecary kit. Well, apothecary kit also means that I can create explosives.
Mm,
I only need an hour.
you're gonna be my new best friend. No cap.
Yeah, toolkit feats. Here it is. It is just part of. I just have to have proficiency with it, and
Okay,
demolitions
so-
expert.
Okay, so hear me out. Can me and you are gonna work on a little project, okay? You think you can affix some detonation stuff on a shuriken?
Possibly.
We're gonna get along just fine, buddy.
I mean, level 1 technically has alchemist fire, so anything that deals with alchemist fire and attaching it to something. Yeah.
Let us go commit a war crime.
I mean, yeah, toolkits that I could use. Doctor's bag, apothecary's kit, calligrapher's kit. Yeah, what do you need?
I just want, yeah. I'll just pull out like a handful of my shurikens, a handful of them for me to use, and just say, do with these what you will, but make them fun.
Okay, so they will only last for 24 hours. I'm just it's a little unstable, but yeah, we could do with this.
Have fun.
Anyway, on we go.
Yeah, onward.
About the books.
What will happen, and the book will be read.
After a couple more minutes, you do arrive at Stick's ferry, and Stick is sitting there waiting by his boat as he always does, oar in hand, and just waiting, watching, and sometimes he'll adjust his bag of gold so it's no longer slouching.
Stick's got OCD.
This is the best I could do to giving an image of Stick.
That's my boy. We love Stick around here.
You can actually see the inscrutable tower in the background too.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Nice.
And that river is nasty as hell.
Wait, so there wasn't something we were checking out near here, or was that on the other side of the river?
Well,
Nope,
I thought we wanted to talk to him first
There's
about the
odds-
books and stuff.
Oh,
There's odds and ends places here.
Odds and
like, we
ends, yeah.
Yeah,
Secure.
there's a number of different stores that sell all sorts of different things along the river, and from what I gathered, you kind of wanted to check up this little coastline on both sides before trying to see if you could go towards the monastery.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Right, which I mean makes sense to me.
what we're gonna do is that we're gonna do investigation checks, but because I'm assuming the party is kind of trying to avoid a fight right now, because one of their party members is crippled. Thank you, exhaustion. I'm going to say that with each one of you, what you can do is that you can have as many people as you want roll the investigation to find the place, but each person has to roll a d6 if they investigate. But you can instead choose to roll the d6 at advantage to try to mitigate the risk if you are not investigating.
So, like, what? Someone keeps a lookout?
Kind of keeping a lookout while the rest of you are going about. So let's say if three of you, or whoever's rolling, or whoever's not doing the investigation check, can help counteract the low d6s for the other players.
I think I will do that because, one, I am probably the most vigilant. Again, I don't have to sleep. And, yeah, I think I'll do the D6.
I also want to help with D6 because I have disadvantage at the moment, because of exhaustion.
Yeah. Alright, so Gerhard is rolling for investigation. Is Sprock doing a d6 to counteract, or is Sprock going to do investigation?
Oh, I've got 0 investigation.
Okay, well then,
so-
okay, you know what? I'll tell you what. Someone switch places with me, and I'm proficient.
Alright.
Okay.
Alrighty. Go ahead, give me those dice.
God damn!
Yeah, bitch, let's go!
Okay.
I didn't even need my D6 for that.
I'm just waiting for the d6 for Anna.
Oh, sorry.
Jesus Christ.
We fucking
Alright.
ballin'.
I like how you both counteracted each other. 1s and 5s. Alright. So you are able to find a old secondhand bookstore along the coastline, and Sprock kind of peeks his head in before anyone goes through, checks it out, looks through, makes sure there's nothing in there trying to spring up from behind a bookshelf. And after a moment of tapping things with horse chopper, and maybe punching at a man-shaped cutout that is very moldy, Sprock gives the all clear.
I mean, that was clearly a spy. Clearly. All right. I'll just follow in right after Sprock.
in
Yeah.
his infinite wisdom, just happens to go. I know the city is beset by some weird things, but is that particularly necessary?
I take a. You know what? I don't even hesitate. I don't even hesitate after that comment. Spike says this right to the damn thing. I follow suit.
In this city, it's always necessary.
As Hunter Moon punches it, the structure that the mold was giving it gives way, and with a wet, slimy thunk, collapses on top of Hunter's Moon.
You know what? That is just par for the course for me, isn't it? Yeah. I throw this fucker off of me, get up, and I act like nothing happened. And I specifically look at Anna and say, "Not a fucking word to bestow."
Anna
It's definitely a place
is
to go,
doing her
right?
best not to laugh. And
Meanwhile, Ericos is scraping some of the mold off of Hunter's Moon's mask. You never know.
Ugh, get that shit off me, gee. And
What do you think I'm trying to do? Stop squirming.
Hand me some of that.
I'm like brushing off my cloak too. I'm like,
Whoa, hang on. You got my silm on your... it's under your... Stop. It's under your breast. Let me get it.
ugh,
Gerhard hands Ericos a couple of empty vials. Yeah, get me some of that.
this is not a situation I wanted to be in today.
Shouldn't have
Sounds like a
punched it.
personal problem. Right.
Mother
it's fine.
Arwen, save me from these asses.
Right.
We're just
Books.
helping. You know, we're helping you out, Hunter's Mold.
Well, I love that one.
You know what?
I like that one time.
You know what? I'm pissed. I'm pissed at you. I'm pissed at you, Anna.
Fair.
Hunter's Moon just gives you daggers for eyes and just says, "You know what? Normally I would settle this with just a good old-fashioned brawl. But considering that I don't want to snap you like a twig, I will just oversalt the next batch of food that you have."
Ericos grabs out a rag, douses it in some kind of clear liquid, and holds it out to Hunter's Moon. You got a little bit of rat feces on your head.
Don't sniff too deeply. Anyway, while you're doing that,
My face is about to go down onto my desk.
It's always the serious ones you have to bully.
I know.
Alright, so
oh,
You can-
I like this place.
you
Excellent.
can give investigation checks in here. You can give investigation checks to look. I'm assuming you're all looking for the same book, or are some of you looking for something different?
So I'm not sure if it's like the same. Well, would it be the same book or the same type of book?
Probably
Yeah, I
somewhere
mean,
along the same genre.
I would go with. Is there a shopkeep nearby?
Not anyone that you would see that is alive.
Awkward. Cool.
So people are just dying for these books. All right, I'm done.
All right. Well,
I mean, this is a ruined city, so
I mean, fair. Had to ask. See what I find.
So, yeah, so all of us should be doing investigation for this one.
can.
Yeah, I mean, I'll do it. Sure.
It'll give me more of a chance to bully people.
Apparently going to bully the shit out of Hunter on that one.
Apparently.
Hunter's Mood is throwing a bit of a fit just at the front of the store.
I am so pissed off at Anna right now, and after everything that happened, I actually walk just outside and I go to like a corner where no one can see me for a second, and I just start cleaning my mask and shroud. Like I'm pissed off. I don't even bother to check. I just walk out the door.
Alright. So I'm looking at a 13, 5, 12, and a 2. Stellar
buddy.
rolls, everyone.
Oh, shit.
We're very good investigators.
Yeah.
I get Eldritch.
So
Is that
you start kind of pouring through the books, looking through the different sections of monsters. Then you get the after that kind of comes up with no books that are really legible anymore. You go through and starts you look through the divine and unholy beings section near the religious texts, and still not a whole lot coming up there.
Okay. Hunter's Moon, after having his little hissy fit, will walk back in and ask the party if they've found anything.
I'm going to.
Creatures, it's in creatures of divine and holy possibility.
Can I? I have a curious thought or whatnot.
Hmm.
Can I do another investigation specifically for to see if I can find anything in deep speech?
Go ahead.
While Anna's doing that, can I make a religion roll to see these texts and see if, upon my rebirth, I was, foretold anything about the creatures around, that I could encounter, that kind of thing.
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
Unfortunately, Anna, you don't find anything in deep speech other than a manual that says Commoner's Guide to Deep Speech.
Yeah. Okay.
Damn.
I'm
Gerhard
surprised.
is-
I'm surprised I even found that because technically disadvantage, so that's like a 3.
Yeah, it's almost like a first grader's intro book to deep speech.
Anna needs a fucking nap.
Hunter's Moon. You find a couple different books regarding creatures that creatures that the church has fought over the years. And while you do see several different mentions of shadowy demons, none of the things in these two books seem like what you saw in Emberwood. But it does mention how things can cross from the land of shadows into our world just through small bridges or places that are very close within the realms.
Okay.
Gerhard is going to roll Arcana and go back over some of the same, some of the books again to see if something jumps out at him.
Yeah, like I'll be explaining to Gare what I've read, and I can't really piece anything together. I just mention the little bridges in between the Shadowlands and our world.
Yeah,
Well, and that's yeah.
you
Sorry, go ahead.
while listening to Hunter's Moon read some of this out loud, you remember that in your studies, while you didn't necessarily focus on the planes themselves, nor how travel between the planes happen, you do remember reading at one point that when the elves came into this world and traveled out of it for various different reasons, they would use specific places in the world that thin the veil between the different planes. And you catch yourself looking back towards a couple of old tomes about the elves. The tomes themselves speak about how these thin places can happen almost anywhere in the world, but usually there's a root cause in them. Usually there is something anchoring that thin place and keeping it from either collapsing on itself or fading away. These thin places often attract creatures of the native realms, but every now and then, something can create these thin places just from one significant event.
Interesting. Did you know that the places where, and Gerhard goes on to explain all of that, especially noting the elf connection. So this could be. I mean, was there okay? So I have to ask: when you were in Emberwood, were there places that were, we'll say, looser in connection with this world? Like you could, for anybody who's connected to the weave in some way, you could almost tell there was almost a thinning of the world around you. Did you encounter any of that when you were?
The only
Out.
thing I can recall encountering is when we saw the creature and when we entered the Shadowlands and our souls were ripped from our bodies. We haven't experienced anything in regards to the weave, perhaps other than that. At least
So
I
so
haven't.
as I explained, uh, so let me explain. Uh, let me attempt to clarify. I apologize. Creatures like this are anchored, yeah. So like the haze, yeah. It gets deeper the closer you get to like pockets of the meteor, right?
Mhm.
Think of it like that. So they can only go so far. They are attached to a certain thing. So that's to me, and this is my hypothesis, yeah. To me, tells me that there is something where your friend was attacked, where your souls were ripped from your body, is anchoring that creature to that place. It could be some kind of idol. It could be uh, not quite like a phylactery or something. It's something something of some kind of anchoring, a ritual anchor or something. Uh, these books are. I don't. I don't think we are finding enough information here. Perhaps we need to go to the monastery if we want to find more information. But this is my understanding of these creatures. If that makes sense.
I think your hypothesis is actually not too far off. I wouldn't be surprised if that creature was bound to something within that place. Can I recall because the way I had things like kind of written out in the story for my story is that on his return he had visions and, let's say, hallucinations of Arwen telling him certain things before he joined up with the party. Can I make any sort of roll for a memory? Like, obviously it's very cryptic, but could I make a roll for like remembering being told something rather cryptic about what lies outside of Emberwood?
Not necessarily that, but having
Hmm.
spent some time with the druids, and you would know, you would note that this might be somewhere in the realm of one of the old gods as well. Maybe not quite Lady Arwen. Mayhaps it is that of the Morrigan. But you aren't entirely sure because it doesn't quite fit her. It doesn't quite fit who she is. There's different there's different ways where you could rationalize how there's different ways how you could rationalize your experience with Lady Arwen and how these creatures have manifested, but you feel as if you're missing a piece.
And I don't really get any inclination that the creature we encountered or the in-between space that we were in is Arwinian in nature.
Correct.
Okay.
Because this creature had either been hunting inside of that cabin or
Mhm.
somehow got in and then ran out.
So I just kind of look towards Gare and I just say, from all of the knowledge that Mother Arwen has implanted into me on the eve of my rebirth, I do not recall any creature being held close to an idol anywhere near Emberwood. However, I wouldn't discard that as a possibility. I do not know all of the old gods after all.
I think, given the circumstances, it could be. It could be that your rebirth is outside of what's out Lady Arwen, what's a good lady wanted you to know. I am not a religious man. I will tell you that I believe the gods may have something for us. I I am I do not believe that I am one to be putting myself at their feet for worship, if that makes sense.
It's not for everyone, and it certainly isn't for the light of heart, Gare.
Uh, Not so much that I am an atheist in this regard. I believe that they exist. I do not see. I do not. I do not see why they need. uh, Why? Why?
Why?
Yeah. So, all right. Philosophic. So, like, so no,
I'm
like
sorry, it's just
philosophically,
the word
the
why just made
concept
me
of being
laugh.
an atheist is more of, like, not so much like not always the like the I reject the concept of God. There are people who will say, I believe, like, sure, you can believe there's a God, but I also will always say, I reject the concept of worshiping a God
Okay, yeah, I see where you're going with
in
that.
that sense, right?
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
I Gerhardt is in that camp.
right.
All right, the gods exist. Why should I worship them? They have given me no reason to. I don't see a reason to myself. So
Fair, yeah, okay, that's fair. The Hunter's Moon just kind of he looks at you and just nods his head and just says, "Honestly, that's probably better for you considering how many followers of the old gods we have here. The servitude that we put ourselves through is trying at best." Someone like you is free from that kind of shackle.
The enigmatic tower may differ. However, we have some information, some things that we can work towards. So, we have a creature of the shadow, possibly of the Shadowfell, which is the plane of shadow, who is bound to an area around that hunting cabin. Very interesting. The question still remains, why? And that could become a problem for all of Emberwood because that's still within the region of Emberwood. Now, again, I came here because my research I was sent here for research, but I am also a man of the people. I do not see the benefit in causing harm to other people. Somebody put that there.
Less concerned about why, more how, and how to stop it.
Agreed.
That is why I think we should still go to the temple. Perhaps holy works, perhaps something else.
Agreed.
I'm not seeing any extra information here on how to deal with this, so I don't know.
Only one way to find out is when we get across that river.
Oh, I bet if stick will take us.
I also don't want to push you into a passive action for my own personal curiosity.
As a
Why is
pri-
Zig rolling?
as a priest,
Yeah.
as a as a priest of Lady Arwen herself, I am not in love with the notion of violence, but I can't deny, for some reason, there's a part of me that revels in it.
The reason why I rolled is because Ericos found a book that he would like.
Is it a cookbook on how to better cook a tongue?
Close. It's on brewing.
Okay, you have Gerhardt's attention. Fucking sorry. What is your find?
Ericos just holds up a book and says 301 ways to use honey. I got something for parties.
Bring it with you. I don't see any. I'm sorry. Okay. First, I know you guys can't see my character sheet, but literally one of the things in my character is literally constantly reading books. Granted, the more I can outwit friends and foes, but also like, what's the worst? I walk straight into dangers. What's the worst that can happen?
I mean, it kind of fits Ericos because his fucking token is literally him reading a book while his foot's on fire.
Yeah, he's pouring a flaming vial onto his foot.
I'm actually pretty proud of that token.
It's actually pretty good.
I love messing with that.
Gerhardt is him holding a book, just reading, I believe.
I looked over and Daisy's belly is up to the sky.
I'm surrounded by nerds.
Duh.
Well, what do you say? Should we go give Stick a good old chatting to?
Yeah.
I say why not?
Alright, you make your way down to Stick. And allergies, why? I have an allergies, fucking sinus infection messing with my nose. Blame Moose.
Of course. That's. You know what? I'm gonna give you a counter. Okay. Every time you blame me, there's a number that goes on the counter. Every time you do that, that's how many bits are gonna be donated to you when you die in Dark Souls again.
With what money?
Don't worry. Chat will back me up on that.
No, no.
Yeah, Snail already did.
Yeah, but that requires Snail to actually watch my streams.
She did that day.
Yeah. But, so, you make your way down, just, Stick, I almost said Stray. He's dead. And, there, you can't really tell if someone's talking to him, or if he's just kind of staring at a shadowy figure in front of him. It's kind of hard to tell from here.
Hearing voices, you say?
The voices are winning. The voices are winning. The
Don't-
voices are winning.
Hunter's Moon kind of just approaches Stick and asks him, you hearing voices too, huh?
Stick just looks at you.
Don't worry, it's a lot more scarier on my end. I have to live with the knowledge that the people behind me aren't real. I still have madness. So how do you feel about taking us slightly upriver, Stick?
He just stares at you.
Yeah, stick my man just inside the walls.
He continues
need
staring.
If you need extra payment, I've got plenty of organs you can have. I don't need them.
Psychic points.
Damn it. Headphones died.
I'm like, I'm tempted, but I won't do that yet. I want to see if I can sell it.
He's still kind of just grunts and holds out his hand. Not, you can't really tell if he's registering what you're saying.
What does it normally cost to take a ferry?
1 gold.
Okay, can I give a perception check to even can I just give a perception check to see if he even understands what we're saying?
That'd be insight.
Insight, okay.
Yeah, I was gonna.
I just kind of wave my hand in
Similar
front of him and
to
just go, "You understand, right, Stick?"
You're fairly certain he doesn't understand.
Okay, Hunter's Moon kind of situates Stick to look towards the direction of where the walls are open. Okay, I point towards there and I say, Stick, you see over there? There's a building on the other side of one of those walls to the right. We need you to go upriver with your boat with us in it and get us over there. Do you understand now?
Look, we're going 3 times as far, so just give him 3 gold and point where we want to go.
I just drop 3 gold in his hand and I continue pointing.
How dangerous is it? Goddamn German accent.
I think, you know what? At this point, fuck you, deal with it.
Well, no. To be fair, the more I listen to Polish, which is what I was going for, the more there is also crossover between Polish and German for
Silesian,
obvious
yeah.
reasons. So I'm just like, there's so many ways I can just end up slipping into that. But anyways,
Are
I
you sure
also,
that Ozma doesn't have a madness?
Oh no, I definitely do. I don't know. Where's the uncertain part there? No,
The question is how many?
oh yeah, no, that's a difficult thing. Anyway, how dangerous it's Savater?
What if very dangerous?
Do you propose swimming
So-
in a river of a city?
Those who usually do don't make it back out.
I mean, look, even if it wasn't, whole Gerhardt just kind of waves at everything. It's a city river.
Look, the crate is upstream.
Better.
Plenty of contamination upstream, no downstream. Not a good idea to go in.
I'm just talking about the fact that there's a wizard tower here. Do you know what kind of runoff comes out of that? Ugh.
There's a tower in north of city, not near lake. River, even.
It makes
He hasn't been here long.
sense.
Yes,
know what?
we're
Let's just-
coming.
You know what? Let's just get in the boat.
River?
You Westemarians are very
I
interesting.
I say I try to repeat potential instructions in deep speech.
Oh my god.
You get into the boat, and it's maybe 10 feet away from the dock. You realize he's just going across the river.
No, stick. I stop him. I stop him in the middle of the river and just get him to look. I turn his head towards where the gate is and say, no, that way, stick, that way. I'm using both hands to point that way.
And he just continues across the river.
Ah,
Looks
He's a
like we're going through Champion's Gate.
he's a fucking pain in the ass, he is.
You do arrive to the other side of the shore.
I just kind of hop out of the boat and just look at Stick and I just go, thanks for nothing.
As the
I
rest of you
also
get
have
out,
about-
you see Stick paddling back out into the middle of the water and leaning over a duck that's in the water.
I thought for a split second, I thought you were gonna be like, oh no, he paddles up the thing towards the
That's what I was gonna say. If he paddles up the stream, I'm gonna be pissed.
So, heading your way toward... Well, actually, we are at the halfway point, so I'm going to say we take a little break. Top off our drinks. Get a little snack if you need it. And we'll be back in like 10 minutes. that break took a little bit longer than expected because I fucked up and my players were getting distracted by backstory stuff. Hooray!
It's still good stuff.
That good shit, you know what I'm saying?
And I'm going to have fun helping all these characters tie their backstories together because, with my mental health coming back, and largely because I'm as sad as it is, most of these puppies are going to be going away within the next month. We're keeping one, don't worry.
I know, it's just that it's look, it's the era is coming to a pass, okay?
You'll still hear squeaks. And
Like,
we
Damn well better.
And
I-
that one will know that they are the favorite because they were sent away.
well, I don't want to say anything extra because we still need to have a couple conversations for something that was said in the Daisy thread.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're gonna have a conversation with them, figure that out. But they're also getting vaccinated on the 7th. And
Let's go.
now, I still need to I 100% can get the money before then if I am not a dipshit. If anyone else wants to donate or what the fuck ever, I'm pretty sure I still have the button. This one? Yeah, it's that one. If anyone wants to tell us anything there, fucking awesome. If not, it's fine. But any extra money that comes from that is going to go towards getting them extra food and making little care packages for their future owners. That way, the owners have some puppy chow, have some toys, have stuff to kind of help out.
Hell, I think it should be I think it should just be obvious to say, but like even if you can't, just share it.
Yeah. Like anything helps. As of right now, we have theoretically hit the goal. All I need right now is $600, and the puppies are vaccinated. And I could take out half of that if I'm smart. I could take out half of that tomorrow. Even if it doesn't, I still have 2 more checks after this one, with one of those checks being literally 2 days before that.
Yeah.
So, we'll figure it all out. Everything extra is going straight to the puppies and the new owners. I am keeping 0% of it. And hell, if somehow we end up hitting some fucking absurd goal that I cannot fathom having, I'm just gonna donate that shit to a veterinarian so someone else can get their dogs fixed or something.
There you go.
Yeah, I have all of that planned. So, party got across the river.
Thanks, Stick.
So
Dick.
all right. So who are the Westemarians in our party?
I'm one of them.
Wait, what's a Westemarian?
There's someone
from-
who's from here. From either inside the city or like outside of Drakkenheim, like slightly. Like there's places outside here that
Like
people are
Emberwood.
from. Like me, just out of character. I'm from Ansbin, so I'm a little outside of Drakkenheim, but I am a Westemarian.
Where's Lake Dre?
I'm gonna have to put. You know what? I can actually get the map of Westemar if I just fucking remember how to navigate. Is that the end of the book? Easy if I fucking.
I think most of the maps are at the beginning.
Uh,
Yeah, let me look because I'm pretty sure
I'm looking through
Ansbin-
the actual Dungeons of the Drakkenheim book.
Yeah, I'm opening that up too.
I don't know. The only reason I have it open is for the apothecary because
Do I have?
Shit
Gotta
goes
shit.
hard.
that's a lot of shit, man.
It is.
Okay, so
you're there.
well, here's it. Mild metagaming, but also I'm gonna ask this in character.
Mhm.
is there a way to get past the wall without going through the gate?
I mean,
Since
if we
our
want to do
undead
some,
friend just kind of dropped us off.
I mean, here's the thing: how tall are those walls? If we want to get really fucking stupid with it, how tall are they?
I can actually find that info out.
If I remember, that were about 60 feet.
60 feet. Okay, so I might be able to get up there, but I'm gonna need some help.
Hang on, I can actually find out. Okay. So... No, it's not there. It is... Where the fuck is it? I had this shit! I had this shit!
You lost it, just like you lost Miss Piggy in the divorce.
I didn't lose her. I killed her.
Biking.
Alright,
I like myself that pork tenderloin, you know what I'm saying?
Jet the fuck up.
Kermit's going back to his Cajun days.
Kermit playing Gambit. Let's do it.
Okay.
You know how long I've been waiting for this?
Yeah, the towers are 60 foot tall, 30 feet in diameter.
So that's the towers.
The walls themselves
So,
are
okay.
about 40 feet high.
All right, well, that's not so-
Okay. All right.
All right, well,
I could
all
get
right.
up there, but I'm gonna need some help.
Okay, well, here's the other reason that I ask. Again, Gerhardt is not from around here, but obviously from the very clear devastation of the town around it. What is the condition of the walls? All right. Okay, how much trouble would we be in if we broke through the wall?
I mean,
Because
consider-
obviously getting around going through the gates is apparently a very bad idea. We're that much closer to the haze.
I would rather take the risk of going over or through the wall than going through the haze. Yeah, thanks, Zig.
Okay. I have alchemist tools.
If you can give me something that can enhance my jumping distance or height, I can help people get over the wall.
Zig, I have the tools. That's kind of up to you.
Alright, so...
Okay. So
That's not where I was
suggested
going with
in
it,
my
but okay.
backstory- What? No, I was back in West. I'm like northeast Westemar.
Yeah, I'm from, I guess, just outside of Westemar, so my town is like slightly west outside.
I wasn't from Kesselholm, but I was near there.
I have ideas for that already.
I mean, you already have ideas for me. We still need to go visit that one place.
You're gonna have to be more specific than that.
The place, the place of the fire, the place I saw in my vision.
Oh, yeah, I know where that is.
Oh, wait,
It's backstory related.
Yeah, no, but like I also have backstory reasons to be interested in that potentially, depending on where it is.
Yeah, I have many different angles for that one.
Okay, I'm sorry. I have to point this out. One of the forest's names literally translates into warning wood. Literally, Achtung
Yeah,
from German means warning.
yeah. And there's a reason for that.
Achtunwald. Yeah.
Yeah.
Warning wood, also known as a danger splinter.
If only you knew.
Yes, there is the shop.
But I already know ideas for all those places thanks to the lovely podcast by the Dungeon Dudes. You should check them out. And anyone worried about being spoiled on this, I'm changing so fucking much of this already.
Yeah, I was hesitant at first until you said that like a few sessions ago, and I was like, okay, I might.
I
I
have...
might.
Alright, so the key thing to remember is that I change my games to fit into the backstories of others. So, I'm gonna alter shit in this world to fit y'all.
Born near Castle Home.
Yeah. I have ideas for Kesselholm.
Yeah. Not from there specifically, sort of like raised in
The surrounding
like
areas.
just surrounding area, just
Yeah.
but like near just off of Lake Dray.
Yeah, I know exactly what to do with that. Don't worry. And it already fits into other plans I have, which is fucking lovely because there's so many of my plans that cross into in between other people's backstories, which is going to be fan-fucking-tastic.
Yeah, and it was also partially because it made sense given, or to me it made sense because of being the race I am.
Laneshi?
Yeah, that would be like right off of a lake or whatnot. That
The
would
fish.
want to swim in it a bunch.
Just chilling out in Bikini Bottom.
Alright, so...
that's Notion, not like...
Anyway, back to what I was...
Yeah.
Back to the original... have an alchemist kit. He Hunter's Moon asked, could I possibly whip something up like a jumping or long strider potion?
Mm-hmm.
That may take some time and resources. Also, I would have to find it, but our lovely friend the Fox has
I mean, as an alternative, I could. I would need an anchor or something to hold down a piece of rope so that way I can scale this wall. Or I mean, if there are loose pieces of rubble, I can very well try and just climb and parkour and flip my way up there and then tie a piece of rope onto a piece of the wall and assist y'all up. I could do that as well.
I've got like a full climber. I've got a climbing kit.
Like, yeah, pitons and stuff?
Mhm.
Whatever is in a climber's kit.
Yeah, be like rope
And
and pitons and a climbing hammer and stuff like that.
Alright, so... Go ahead and all of you give me perception checks around the wall.
Oh, this isn't good. This isn't going to be funny.
5 because I'm still exhausted.
Yo, what the fuck?
What the fuck? So...
Okay, you know what? This is appropriate. This is appropriate. Why won't you let me? What the fuck? There we go.
Alright, give me the d6.
4.
Alright, so you get to the wall, and you hear, Anna and Hunter's Moon hear screeching coming from the wall. Not like the rattlings you've dealt with. It's almost as if something on the wall itself is shrieking to start a hunt. You get closer, and right before the break in the wall, where the buildings stop, you see a corpse fall to the ground. It is mangled and gored, in no better word but eviscerated.
Okay. Can I want to see if I can spot where the corpse was dropped from, and can I spot anything fleeing or?
Hang on, I do need to pull up an extra sheet. It's in the appendix. Why the fuck is that there?
Like, okay. I think the first things first. Where are we in regards to whatever this is? Like, are we in open view?
You're about 20 to 30 feet away from it. Just, you haven't quite reached the break in the wall, but you're really close to it.
Okay. Like I said, I want to keep an eye out for whatever just eviscerated this corpse. So maybe what I'll do is like I'll find like crates or containers, or even just like a broken up building that has a corner to it, and just kind of hug that and see if I can spot anything fleeing or where the corpse dropped from.
I'm missing a stat sheet. I realize that. Oh well, it's in the fucking SRD. Alright, Alright, so you see, as you're looking around, you do see a bit of movement high up on the wall. Looking closer, you see a few stone figures. Why am I unable to open up the right sheet? Okay. Oh, okay. You take a closer look, and you're fairly certain. Yeah, you have seen these. And it's not until they return to their perch that you realize the gargoyles along the wall had come to life for some time.
As I kind of hide around the corner, I motion the party to kind of get out of eyesight, just in case it decides it doesn't like us approaching. Point at the gargoyle just up top of the wall and tell the party, "Yeah, looks like we got a friend up there."
It wasn't just one.
I kind of figured.
You saw at least 3.
At least 3. Okay, we've got a we've got a party of shaboingery up there, is what we've got.
Where's more tissue when you need her?
Fucking for real, for real.
Morticia's in her own continuity. She basically is the continuity stone at this point.
Look, there's only so many timelines that she can roll over.
So I'm going to make a suggestion then, because we have one friend who is clearly not in their right mind. Also, I do need to jet out here pretty soon.
Yeah.
Meeting some people. We should find a place that is relatively safe for us to.
No matter what, we're ending at 10. Don't worry. So even if you
We're
left,
ending in like 10 minutes.
no, at 10 o'clock, so like 45 minutes. If you need to leave before that, don't worry. This is going up on YouTube.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Give me 10. I can stay for 10 minutes.
Yeah,
basically.
dude, take care of what you need to do.
Well, I mean, either way, this is my thought is we should, I think, find some place and camp down. Reconsider our options. How to potentially get around the wall, or what else? What other we need to do?
I don't hate the idea. I mean, shit. We got three gargoyles, and at least one of us is not good to fight right now.
I mean,
From my
exactly.
understanding, anyway.
Wait, bitch fun.
You're exhausted.
Yeah, but I also have pushed my health.
Well, okay then, but I don't think we want to be fighting with these three gargoyles right now just to climb over the wall to potentially run into something else.
I don't think we should be fighting these gargoyles.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea.
I mean,
I don't eat either.
is getting to the monastery that important? What else could we be doing?
Yeah, we could go to the Chapel of St. Brenna, get the holy water.
Might be the better option because this is looking like a fucking bust.
Chapel
Where
of
is
St.
that
Brenna, point 20.
I think that might be the safest options then.
Mhm. I'd say so.
I agree.
What he said.
Let us attempt that first. Perhaps the chapel might have also some books. I don't know, but holy water is something that we do need. So let us start there.
I'm down.
I turned my mic off for a second. Sorry. He was just telling me that they fixed the bathroom. So heading down there, give me another round of D6s. Good old rousing round of killing Goku. Okay. 4, 3, 1, and a 5. Well, Sprock did it.
Damn it, Sprock.
Alright, let's see what we're rolling for.
To be fair,
Outer
also, I only have.
Outer
Oh,
City.
sorry.
10.
The fuck?
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Okay, how many points are in the city? 21.
21?
So, you're gonna see I'm doing it fair. 1d21. 7. Oh. Well, not the worst one. Not the worst one. On your way down, you start... On your way down, you find yourself in a bit of the haze. And realizing you don't really have the resources or really the strength to fight through the haze. And you really don't want to risk contaminating it again. You try to find a way around. But the haze surrounds you, whipping around you in a whirlwind of eldritch colors and lights.
Motherfucker.
Son of bitch.
And suddenly we find ourselves up at Reed Manor.
Yep.
God
damn
damn it.
That's twice now. Can't we just go someplace?
That
Here's
was
the
the
thing,
last time we were
too.
actually right outside Academy Gate.
Here's the thing, too. That has happened twice, and I'm pretty sure Sprock was the navigator. That's
That
the
part's true.
fucking problem I got right here.
We were just up here.
No, here's the
we were-
fucking funny thing
we
is
were-
that I have a rule of because Sprock is a navigator, Sprock knows where the fuck he's going.
Apparently not.
No, I rule specifically that the only way you can end up with the wrong turn or something else, like wrong turn or somewhere else, something else that could end up taking you somewhere else against your will, is if you're going through the haze. So if you were literally rolling that, going from where it says the sprawl down to stray, or stick, nothing. I would have to re-roll that. So it's just the fact that you were going through the fucking haze that did that.
I
God
fucking hate this city.
I fucking love it. Hey, be happy I didn't roll a 14. Ugh.
Well, at least we didn't end up at Slaughterstone.
It's a shame we didn't end up at
Yeah,
13.
Yeah,
That would've been
14
funny.
is Slaughterstone.
Yeah, but 13 would have been funny because that's where we were originally trying to go. That would be the church at 13. So
We just go back out to Buckle Down Row, and I just beat the shit out of Mel again for frustration's sake.
yeah, why'd we have to end up like a few blocks from where we started? We spent
Hey.
all that time.
I'm in a neighborhood I
You-
don't even recognize. Help!
You saw that I rolled fair and square.
Yeah.
1d21. Goddamn.
Alright. It would have been real fucking fun to see y'all end up inside the walls and have to find your way out.
Then you really would have had to give me a jumping or long striding potion.
Alright, so you end up somehow, by some sick, twisted, mockery of the gods, you end up back at Reed Manor. You have no idea that as you're traveling through the haze, or how you ended up crossing the river once again, you have no idea how you ended up here. And you're 90% certain you were heading south, but you ended up heading hard north.
Motherfucker.
We navigate this city with fucking drunk goggles on 24/7.
Bloody haze.
This map is madly useless. I'm telling you. Who puts the goblin in charge? That is my question.
I was leading us
Right.
into like, wait, it was the haze. Haze is unpredictable. I did warn you
Yep.
all.
I believe you. Shall we attempt to go through Academy Gate now? At this point, let us go through a gate.
I mean, shit.
Academy Gate is where you found your little acid trip.
Like, this is like a 2-hour trip from where we were. And we weren't rolling for that long.
Again, at this point, better the acid trip than the haze again.
And I will say, you're taking a note of where the sunlight is coming from, even through, or trying to figure out where the sunlight's coming from through the thick cloud cover overhead. And looking around, you're fairly certain only 10 minutes had passed, and you somehow ended up 2 hours north.
Hunter's Moon kind of just looks off into thin air as if he's trying to speak to someone, and he just goes, "If this is your way of testing me or trying to make a mockery out of me, gotta tell you, you've succeeded."
You hear a crow cawing in the distance, almost as if it's laughing.
Fuck you!
Well, it's a long trip, boys. I say we take a rest.
Now, Roth would know that the Eckerman Mill is not horribly far. It's maybe about 30 minutes west of the city. You theorize that you could probably rest there for a little bit.
Yeah, we should be able to get to the mill. That'll be safe.
And you'll get the DM a reason to give out more rumors.
Speaking of rumors, I want to do a roleplay thing. Can I remember anything about Eckerman Mill?
Hang on. Gotta find the rumors. Where's the rumors?
Well, specifically with my reborn traits, I have flashbacks and stuff like that. So I just want to see if I can remember anything about Eckerman Mill.
Alright, so I was gonna do something for that because you rolled there's the rumors. Page 19. Alright.
Also, you already used your reborn thing, didn't you?
Yeah.
No. Well, that's different. Knowledge from a past life affects when I do skill rolls.
Be right back.
Alright. So you remember bits of Eckerman Mill. A vision goes through your mind of you being at the tavern that was there. Remembering the smell of cinnamon and baking bread. Remembering the taste of mutton on your lips. And the feel of something sweeter touching them. The smell of lavender and honey rushes through your nose as the sensation leaves your lips. And the face of a woman goes through your eyes before you snap back to reality.
Okay, quick question. Can I recognize who the woman is?
It feels painfully, in more ways than one, familiar. But her name escapes you right now.
And can I see details of her face?
You can. You remember the feel of her hand in yours. You remember her voice. You remember how it made you feel hearing your name pass through her lips. But you can't remember the names.
I am making a wisdom save at disadvantage.
Back.
I love torturing my players.
Hunter's Moon gets this vision, and he's like, as the group is walking with him, he stops in his tracks, and his eyes flicker between glowing white and dimming, and he's like shaking his head, trying to recall who this woman is. He hasn't said anything, so clearly no one knows what's happening. But he stops dead in his tracks. He almost looks like he's in pain. He touches his head. He starts rubbing it a little bit, and he starts grunting, and he is very disoriented at the moment.
Are you?
I think we all need rest.
What'd you say?
I think we all need rest.
Yeah,
was,
Hunter's Moon's not even acknowledging you right now. He's in his own world at the moment. He is very confused and disoriented. He's clearly out of it. And I'm putting so much emphasis on this because I know who Zig is talking about.
So okay.
Yeah.
A friend. Sorry, what?
What were you gonna say something?
Perhaps we should. This isn't a good. I don't think this is a good spot to stop. Perhaps we should persuade our friend to move. Hello, Squeaky.
I mean, yeah. Go ahead. See if you can snap me out of it.
What do you want me to roll?
I don't know. You can try and shake me. Talk to me. I don't know. But like, how are you trying to get me out of this?
I mean, I could. I want to. I have a hammer.
I am going to.
Actually, I'll get
Uh,
angry and do that.
I'm going.
21.
Are you picking me up?
No, just shaking you very violently.
Hunter's Moon, very he's shaken very violently, and after a second or two, he snaps back, sees Sprock shaking him, and is gonna push him off very forcefully, and
Gerhardt just slides his hammer back onto his belt. It's like, you know what?
like from Hunter's Moon's perspective, Sprock just scared the shit out of him, and
All right.
he pushes Sprock as hard as he can. And looks around and
Boom.
says, now that we've arrived here, he goes, did you not see her?
Didn't see anyone. You were just
It
stood
was
there
stopped.
staring up into nothing. No one could get through to you.
I've been here before. I've stayed here for a long time ago, it seems, and it seems I know someone here. A woman, medium height, decent build. Seemed like a build of a soldier. Long red hair. She felt very familiar to me. It was like I was seeing her right in front of me, and yet I couldn't grasp who she was.
Perhaps.
Who knows?
Gerhardt would know about Reborn, right?
A little bit. You wouldn't quite know all the details, but he knows of the phenomena. Oh fuck! Why are y'all on the fucking?
I guess the only question really would be I mean, the nature of my reborn state, because it can happen many different ways, can it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, can I make an Arcana check to see if Gerhardt would know potentially if this is something? Why did my spell list just go absolutely bonkers?
Roll 20.
Might be because I just updated your character token.
Okay.
Oh, is that what that flicker was?
A little bit.
Yeah, just my attack list just went. Blah, blah, blah.
I updated everyone's token and moved it to the map.
Okay. Anyway, was just gonna ask if Gerhardt if I can make an Arcana check to see if Gerhardt would potentially understand that this is a symptom of Hunter's Moon's particular being reborn. Or would it be religion?
Possibly. Probably Arcana.
You know something.
So, you would know that the phenomena of the reborn it's very inconclusive in how it happens, but when it does, it's very clear that someone is living out the memories of a life that no longer exists. I'm sorry, I'm trying to. There is a secondary grid under that map, and I'm trying to find the exact 38 by 21. I'm trying to find the exact fucking dimensions of this map so it'll stop fucking with my eyes.
We love this map, by the way.
I really do like the map. I did my best. Alright. Alright. But it will actually really fucking help my eyes if I don't see a secondary grid hiding the fucking shadows. Oop. There. And the background has changed colors. That helps me out a lot.
So Gerhardt would understand that it's basically not the spirit memories are.
He would understand that it's very much as if someone's consciousness and soul was placed into a body,
Mm-hmm.
but due to the degradation of the soul itself, while it was outside of the body, much of those memories are buried until the soul repairs itself. It's largely believed to be some sort of defense mechanism to keep the body from rejecting the soul.
Which makes sense. Okay. So and Hunter's Moon knows that he's reborn, or do they believe that they're
Okay, so from his perspective, he doesn't know exactly what he is. I mean, I picked the race because it fits with the character. He is a
Right.
human. He is a human being. From what he knows and what he remembers, he is a Westemarian. He is, he is human. And the only thing that he remembers at the moment is the things that have already happened in the campaign. Plus, he woke up with the knowledge to protect the travelers of the night from Mother Arwen, or for Mother Arwen, and he has a pendant around his he keeps a pendant with him that has a dragon's insignia on it that he does not know where it came from, but he clutches onto it. Memories for him are very precious, and he has very few.
right. Okay. And I don't want this to sound like I'm trying to metagame this. A lot of this is literally Gerhardt as
He is almost overly studied.
a
Right.
little bit, but also like he's thrust into a situation where he's like he's exposed to it now, so he's like now seeing it in practice in a sense. It's like, oh, I get that. And there's a part of him that's basically telling him, like in his head, do I point this out? And it's warring with his, I should point this out because this seems pertinent to the person in front of me.
I mean, out of character, I would fucking love this. But you do whatever you want, man.
Okay, well, you're gonna get what you want.
Don't get what I deserve.
Mr. Moon,
What is it, Gara?
have you died recently?
I don't. I feel like, yes. Part of me feels like I've been dead for some time.
I'm
When I
going to
was
make an ask
reborn.
of you.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm going to make an ask of you. Pull your mask off.
Excuse me.
I don't believe I stuttered.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, this is gonna go badly, but okay.
If y'all want to help him out, you can, because he would be more inclined to listen to one of you.
Ericos is reading his book.
Clearly, the most persuasive one here wishes to help. That being me, 1.
Oh.
Because I still have disadvantage.
Yep. Okay. Alhana, you want to give it a go?
Yeah, taking
Kinda. Spock, who's still angry from shaking
Taking
you, is like,
mask.
just take the fucking mask off.
Yo, hey, hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah, it's only a 13.
Okay. I mean, okay. But here's the thing. Hunter's Moon doesn't feel particularly threatened by this group in that he trusts them to keep his confidence. So as he's looking at Gare and then Anna and then Brock, he's taking in what he's taking inventory of the people that he's surrounded himself with for the last little bit, and he says, "If I do, what do you even hope to get out of it? I haven't even seen my own face."
He's the secret camera. No kidding.
Ericos says there's a puddle outside if you want to.
I have a suspicion that you are what is called a reborn.
A reborn?
Yes, you are a spirit planted into a body. And the reason that you are having these memories is because they are not they are trying to your body your spirit is attempting to rebuild itself, is attempting to fix itself. So it may not be the original, your body may not be what your spirit remembers. Hence the mask. I have a in my pack. Now,
Okay, so just real quick, out of character, I just want to add, his body is still the same, actually. His spirit was just planted back into it.
Okay. Gerhardt
yeah.
doesn't know that.
Yeah, he doesn't. I just wanted to point that out to, not cause confusion.
No, that's fair. That's good to know. Gerhardt doesn't know that, and he's putting that out there. But how long was he dead?
7 years.
Long enough that there's going to be some very significant damage to the body.
Mm-hmm.
So this is where Gerhardt's going with this. So when you take that mask off, even if assuming it was the right body that your spirit was planted into, you may not be the same person. Now, I think your memories are trying to tell you something of your past. Would you like to see what you look like? I have a small mirror amongst my apothecary kit, amongst my personal things. Would you like that, or
Hunter's Moon crosses his arms and ponders for a moment and looks around the group and says, "I trust that this will stay here."
Anna gives a thumbs up.
And remembering that I make intimidations as strength checks, and I get advantage on strength checks while raging.
Oh, you scared the shit out of me then. Okay.
22. Just
All right.
take it off.
All right. All right. So Hunter's Moon just looks at this pissed off goblin who's clearly had enough of his shit. And
Enough of the melodrama, you bitch.
he whispers to himself because he still has madness. Fuck you, Alhana. And and he pulls down the hood and takes a moment before taking a deep breath, closing his eyes and pulling the mask off and raising up his head for everyone to see. Everyone would, I mean, okay. First thing
Randall!
first, Sprock.
Randall! Sprock pounces onto Randall, giving him a hug, knocking him to the ground.
Hunter, okay, so
I've been looking for you for so long. Oh, where you been? Why you not tell me it was you? And then slaps you across the face.
Ow, Mother Arwen, Okay, there's a lot to unpack there. First, get off of me.
Gerhardt pulls out his notebook and starts writing a few extra notes.
So you just get off of me, and
Fascinating.
he stares at Sprock almost like he's amazed. Who is Randall?
Yeah, Randall Owen. Friend, I saved you before. Dragged you out of the city into my camp. Took care of you. Brought you back to stopped you from dying.
You knew me before?
Wait, what do you look like?
Okay, so as he takes off, I do have a look.
I was like, do you have a token of that?
I don't have a token of it, but I will get it prepared and put it in chat later.
Yeah.
So as
All right,
he,
since I have thoroughly
when he takes-
traumatized everybody, I will now.
Yeah, thank you for the psychic damage. Preach.
You're very welcome. I do think that as a background thing, you're welcome. But yeah, gotta go. Have some family I need to meet up with.
Later.
Thanks for chilling, man.
We'll be wrapping up in a moment anyways.
So as he takes off the mask, you can see that along the right side of his neck towards the part of his face that leads up towards the forehead, it kind of like goes up the right side into his forehead. There is a very large and seemingly surprisingly fresh, considering how long he's been dead, burn mark there. And he has three cuts along his left eye. He has medium length brown hair, and he is missing a chunk out of his right ear as well. His eyes, though, even though he took off the mask, they still seem to be glowing. They are pale white, and they exude a luminescent light from them.
Huh.
And Randall, now that he knows his name, thank you. He looks at Sprock and goes, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to run me through this again. You saved my life.
I found you nearly dead. I dragged you out back to Bird Camp. We healed you. Nursed you back to health, and then for a good few years, we used to hunt in the city and do our jobs. Then one day you just disappeared. Been looking for you ever since.
I don't remember what happened to me. I'm sorry. I barely even know where I'm from.
I mean,
Were we close?
Pretty close, yes. I was still young when I found you, but I grew up with you. Oh, you're like a big brother to me. Well, you were.
And what was I?
You were human. You were warrior. A good warrior.
Okay.
Ericos chimes in. This is old Eckerman Mill, right?
Yeah.
Here. He hands you a piece of paper and a quill. Write your name. Write the name Randall.
He takes the quill in his left hand because I'm left-handed, and he writes it down in very surprisingly fancy cursive. It even has like a little I don't know what it would be, so I'm gonna scratch that. But it's very clearly legible cursive, and it's been practiced throughout his life for a long time. And he quickly writes it down, and he even knows how to spell it.
All right. There's a old rumor, well, a tradition actually. Those who go into the city for jobs, they write their names in the Eckerman Mill. If you find that signature in the mill, you know who you are. All you gotta do, go across the street and take a few minutes to look.
Hunter's Moon. Hunter's Moon is just taking all of this in. He's been flashbanged. He's had a day, and he shakes his he nods his head towards Ericos and says to Sprock as he's opening the door to go across to the mill. He looks at Sprock and he says to him, Do you recognize? I just have one question, Sprock. The woman. Do you know who she is?
Yeah. Lots of human women look the same to me. We can discuss this when you get back. You might say something that'll jog my memory onto who she might be.
Okay. He looks at Sprock one more time, and even though they were kind of shitting on each other for a little bit, after this, he looks at Sprock and says, If it's true that you and I grew to be friends after a long time, then I'm glad to see that hasn't changed.
Of course not, friend. Of course not.
When I get back, we have a lot to talk about.
Oh, yes, yes. While we rest, I will regale you of all our greatest adventures.
I'd like that very much.
Erico,
And he opened. Oh, go ahead.
Erico says, it's a bit too macabre for me to go in. I'm not too fancy on seeing how many people have died. I'm fine around corpses, just I don't like the memories that they leave. The mill is scrawled over with chalk graffiti and carvings, transforming the walls into an impromptu message board. There are several roughly engraved messages along the walls. Most list the names of dozens of would-be heroes who have ventured into the ruins, though many names are crossed out to mark those who did not return. Curiously, a few groups have not marked off a single casualty. Perhaps they all made it out, or most likely none survived. In addition to these memorials along the walls, one could find many dire warnings. Cryptic riddles, poignant questions, crude maps to alleged treasure, and amateur drawings of horrible monsters encountered in the ruins. Going through these old and very saddening reminders, you run your hand along the wall, tracing it, following it to patterns that slowly become more and more familiar. You're nodding down, A couple names seem vaguely familiar until your hand stops on two names. Little Kneecapper and Randall.
Hunter's Moon just Randall kneels down to where this little carving is on the wall, and he continues running his hands along it, trying to find something for his brain to fix onto as he's trying to sort through all the chaos in his head. And he keeps looking around the room, and he wants to look further. He wants to perhaps find another name that's familiar to him, or perhaps more markings of if that Randall's been here, or the people he used to be with, or perhaps evidence of him and Sprox stays here.
You go through and, well, sorry, my fucking wife is losing her goddamn mind over here.
Yeah, she is. I hear
She's fucking watching Smosh, and she's just losing her shit while I'm trying to narrate.
her.
Like, she is literally flailing.
the gift of the floppy witch's cackle. You know it's good when they start clapping.
Okay, maybe I could salvage.
Nope, no such luck.
Can I salvage my fucking scene? But Ms. fucking Nympheus over here. Well, I want to be quiet for your session. Meanwhile, breathe, bitch.
She's the new host of Meme Review.
All right. You run your hands along the wall, looking at more familiar symbols, more familiar names, and then you find a crude chalk tracing of a familiar dragon crest with two names next to it that were carved in at one point but burned out of the wood.
Is there any way that I can maybe take a piece of can I take a piece of parchment and make a rubbing on it to see if I can get the indentations?
You can try.
Okay, what would I need to do?
Let's do sleight of hand.
Ooh.
You can barely make out the last name starting with the letter K.
Randall just kind of is puzzled, and as he takes this rubbing back towards the main group, he opens the door and he says, does anyone know how to get indentations on a piece of paper through a rubbing?
I could give me a go.
There's two names on the wall, close to where your and my name is, Sprock. I couldn't quite make it out, but one of the last names along the wall starts with a K. And above those two names is the same crest that I hold here.
Okay, give me a try. Spot heads over, finds the place, and 14.
You can't quite make out the whole thing, but you do get the letters T, L, E, B. But the rest is illegible.
Best I can do. And he trudges back over. He's like,
I mean,
Hunter, Randall just
just,
couldn't get all of it. This is the best I could do.
Randall just nods his head towards Sprock and just says, I mean, I appreciate anything that you've been doing so far. To be honest, I don't even know why I care so much, but I just have a very bad feeling that it's both important and something wrong is happening. And I fear for whoever is on that wall. If they're connected to me in any way, I want to know. Okay. Okay.
And it is at
I'm going to save that.
it is at this time I must say that the mystery must stay for another week.
Mhm.
can I buy a couple things in town?
This isn't quite a town. It seems just somewhere where people stop off before they go into the city. But for now, good night. Thank you for watching. And remember, someone loves you.